the 15-year-old boy shot by an Akron police officer last week is calling for accountability. In a press conference today, they said they would be filing a civil lawsuit. Let's go back to that shooting that happened April 1st. A woman called the department that day saying she saw someone pointing a gun at houses. You're looking at body cam video here from Officer Ryan Westlake's camera. It shows him pull up, ask to see the boy's hands, and then within seconds fire his gun, hitting the teen in the hand. Police later recovered a fake gun. Today, the family of 15-year-old Tavion Williams demanded that Officer Westlake be fired immediately and for an investigation into all officers who have a history of department violations like his.
Let's talk about accountability. That's the word, accountability. There's no way in 2024 or even 20 years ago that you'll let your kid, a black male, run around with a gun, a replica gun.
Yeah, Laura, when deputies are confronted with someone holding a gun, they have a split-second decision to make. And just because that gun has an orange tip on it, which normally means it's a toy, well, they can't always be sure of that. Captain James Steffens with the Pasco Sheriff's Office took us into the Property Evidence Department, laid out a table of guns, and they all look real, but they are all fakes. He also says criminals are putting orange tips on real guns. He believes they might be trying to deceive law enforcement for a split second to gain an upper hand. You're going to hear what he's saying about that. Plus, see what happens when a deputy is asked to pick out a real gun on that table of fakes. I'll tell you, it was not easy. That's all coming up.
Even real guns look like toy guns. They pink, neon green, all these different colors. You can't even take a toy gun outside. You run the risk of it being mistaken as a real gun. The police shot him in his hand. He was aiming for his head or his chest. Listen, the police shot him in his hand. He wasn't aiming for his hand. He was aiming for his chest or his head. So this kid is lucky. Now, as far as the history with the department and everything, could be true, but that's not what matters right now. You can't put yourself in situations where you run the risk of getting shot by the police, and the parents are mad. Somebody needs to walk them in the bathroom to the mirror, take a look at themselves. There's no way that you even have that in your house. It should not even be a toy. It's not that I don't believe in guns. I do. But there's no way I'll let my son go outside with a replica gun. My daughter, anybody. I think a kid got shot before with a Pop-Tart that he bit into the shape of a gun, and the police shot him. You think I'm going to let him go out there with a replica gun? How much sense did that make? Shorty, you lucky you alive. You knew what it was. That's why you like, it's fake. It's fake. It's fake. Because everything came in. You ran the risk when you took that gun out the house. Somebody called the police, said you was pointing it. What was you doing? You was by yourself. You wasn't playing cops and robbers. The gun didn't have an orange tip on it. Nothing. It clearly like a daggone Tech 9. You can't keep putting yourself in danger and then point at everybody for reacting. Granted, I'm not okay with it. I'm just happy you're alive. But at the same time, you got to control the controllables. What could you do different? Let this be a learning lesson for all the kids. Whoa. This is a paintball gun, right? Look how real it looks. So all it takes for somebody to screw this off, take this off. All right. Let's take this off real quick. Let's take the hopper off. Take this off. Let's take this off. Look. Now we fold this out. If I go outside at nighttime, it's over. Shorty, this is no different than what you had. It's the same thing. A lookalike gun. If this thing was pink, if it was green, I would still get shot. You know whose fault it'll be? Mine. Because I understand. I know the climate. It'd be dumb. That's a toy. It's a paintball gun. Your gun, that gun, same gun. Same risk factor. It's no different in their eyes than a real gun. Parents, we gotta do better. Shorty could have lost his life. They mad. Somebody gotta pay. I get it. But y'all lucky he alive because yo was aiming for his head. They could make the argument that, hey, what if he was going to rob somebody? You know how many people get robbed with replica guns? Carjackings with replica guns? Who's going to check if it's real? This is a shoot first, ask questions later. Unfortunately, this going to go down as a justified shooting. I don't know who you going to sue, but good luck.
And I am grateful to God that my son is still alive. But I am deeply hurt by the trauma that this has caused that will forever affect his life.
Akron Police Department needs to be held accountable for the excessive force that you use on our black babies. It is not okay.
All right, so hear me this. So you understand the color dynamic then, obviously, Mom. You understand the color dynamic that he look like a number one male. It's unfortunate that every time you open your phone or you look on the news, there's a number one male, somebody look like your son that fit that description is carrying a gun and doing something. Not all the time, but enough of the time. Probably in the inner cities. Yeah. Knowing that he's a black male, Mom, why would you buy him a gun? He works somewhere? He buy his own stuff? I'm pretty sure y'all knew he had it.
His parents, you just heard from, and his attorney say Tavion obeyed the officer and did everything he was asked to do, and the officer still fired. The Akron Fraternal Order of Police, though, argues Officer Westlake acted within policy and procedure and according to his training. Immediately after being faced with a split-second decision to use deadly force, they said he and other officers began rendering medical treatment to the suspect. Now, coming up in the news at 5, we hear the list of other demands from Tavion's attorney and family, plus what the city of Akron is saying.
I wonder how they gonna play that. I get it. Nobody has no forethought. Nobody thinks, hey, let me not buy him that gun. Hey, there's no reason for you to have it. I'm all for the Second Amendment. I lost mine. You know, there's a time and place for everything. There's nothing wrong with guns. But you don't walk around with a replica gun in this time and day because somebody's going to call the police. The police going to come. They're going to shoot first and ask questions later. Luckily, Shorty's still alive.